So, Thor Love and Thunder was not that good.
In our opinion.
In this movie review, we're going to be walking you through the highlights and pointing out what it did right and what it did wrong. Alright, so the movie starts out with this guy, his name is Gore, and well, his daughter's dead. So he runs into the god he's been worshipping, but turns out he's a jerk, so he picks up the nearby god-killing sword and, well, he kills him. This begins Gore's emo phase as he declares that all the gods are gonna die. Alright, quick break. You enjoying yourself? Good, because that's the only great scene in the movie. Alright, Thor time. When we last saw Thor, he had a bit of a beer belly after the whole not killing Thanos thing, but he worked it off and now he's all ready for action again. And this time he's with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Just kidding, they're not in this movie. But what's Jane been up to? We haven't seen her in a few movies.
Anyway, I'm dying.
She copes with it by just not thinking about it. Obviously that's not gonna work out in the long run, so she thinks back to Thor's hammer and wonders if it's gonna be able to fix her up. But hey, you might be saying, the hammer got reduced to rubble in the previous movie. Well, it reforms itself in response to Jane because of a command Thor gave it years ago, just in a flashback that was introduced now. So Jane has Thor powers now, and perfect timing too, because on Thor's end, trouble is brewing. Basically, Gore kidnaps all the children in town, but Thor doesn't seem to be taking it too seriously because he's more concerned that his ex-girlfriend showed up and is just using his hammer now. So they find out the kids are in the Shadow Realm.
Hey, listen! They're in the Shadow Realm! I'm an exposition dump!
Right, yes. Thank you, bad CGI floating head. But before they can go face Gore in the Shadow Realm, they realize they need like a weapon. So they decide to go to Omnipotent City to get some help from some of the gods that are hanging out there, I guess. Enter Zeus.
Hey all, Zeus here.
He's got a lightning bolt weapon that would be pretty useful, represented here as a Fortnite Nerf gun. But when asking for help, they accidentally end up making Zeus mad, and he shoots Cord, which is the first of not just one, but 2 and maybe 3 fake-out deaths in this movie. But basically, they steal Zeus's thunderbolt, talk about their feelings.
I have cancer.
Well, that's awkward.
They go fight Gore, Valkyrie almost dies, they follow Gore to the center of the universe, create child soldiers, and the plot decides that the cancer in Jane is just too much and she dies, convincing Gore that love is better than killing people, and he brings his daughter back, and Thor adopts her.
So, what do we think about this movie, guys?
I didn't really like how Gore had about, 5 seconds of screen time.
Yeah, I agree. Gore was definitely, the best part of the movie, and, Jane's subplot was pretty neat, too.
I don't like the jokes in it. When they did a joke, there's too many at the same scene at the same time, one after another.
Yeah, and the whole thing was just basically one convoluted fetch quest.
True.
Are we done now?
It was mid.
Oh,